A husband, a father, a friend, and a beloved coach. And also a life taken too soon in an apparent act of road rage in what police describe as truly a senseless act. Jay Boughton was only 56 years old when he was killed Tuesday night by another driver on southbound Highway 169 in Plymouth. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner says Boughton died from a gunshot wound to the head. As Plymouth police continue their investigation as to who fired into Boughton's vehicle, his family speaks out for the first time. Delane Cleveland joins us now with more from Plymouth City Hall.
Yeah, Plymouth police held a news conference here this afternoon where they shared a few more details about what happened Tuesday night. We also had a chance to hear from Boughton's family, who, as you can imagine, is devastated by the week's events.
Jay Boughton was coming home from coaching his son's baseball game on Tuesday night. And he was shot. He was murdered, executed, for doing something most of us do every day, taking your child to an athletic event, a sporting event.
In addition to hearing from Boughton's family, Plymouth police provided a map along with surveillance footage of the route taken by the shooter. They say at 9:46 Tuesday night, the suspect's vehicle got onto 694 West from Snelling Avenue in Arden Hills. 9 minutes later, the vehicle exited onto Highway 169 heading south. Moments after that, Boughton was shot. Investigators say it's unclear exactly when and where the shooter first made contact with Boughton's car.
We have no reason to believe that they were following each other or, driving next to each other for, even more than a few seconds, which, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it makes this even more senseless in my mind.
Meanwhile, Crime Stoppers of Minnesota is now offering a $1,000 reward for anyone with information leading to the arrest and conviction of the shooter. We have information on that on our website at ccxmedia.org. In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Funeral services are scheduled for next week for a Brooklyn Park couple killed in a head-on crash in Ham Lake. Richard and Deborah Myers died in that crash, which occurred on the 4th of July. The incident remains under investigation by the State Patrol and the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. Preliminary information shows one of the vehicles involved crossed the center line. A man and woman in the other vehicle had non-critical injuries. Brooklyn Center Little League officials are responding to a recent vandalism incident at its ball fields. As Sonia Goins shows us, this is just one of several setbacks impacting the league.
The Brooklyn Center Little League can't seem to get a break. Last winter, the water pipes froze in the bathroom, creating a huge mess and a large bill. And the restrooms are damaged again, but this time by vandals. It wouldn't be summer without a few sandlot baseball games. These Brooklyn Center Little League players often hit the fields for practice.
Just like playing with all my friends and just having fun.
But vandals are scarring the childhood memories.
They peeled the doors open, probably used pry bars to rip the locks open.
Thursday, Public Works crews noticed a fire had been set in the women's bathroom using hand towels.
Ripped down the divider curtains, started everything, the shower curtains right on fire that are the dividers for the restrooms.
The restroom has extensive damage from the fire and smoke.
The fire actually burst the water line, and that's what created a self-sprinkler. That's actually what saved the roof from not going up in fire, that the water was spraying in here to put out the fire on the ground.
The children are getting a first look today at the destruction.
I thought it was really sad because I don't think anybody should be doing this to the field. It makes me sad because, people take advantage of our fields, and I don't like that. There's kids out here trying to have fun, and you just ruined it for them.
The league's insurance policy doesn't cover the vandalism or theft.
There's no reason for it.
It will cost about $20,000 to fix.
You're stealing from the kids. You're not stealing from adults. You're stealing from 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 5-year-olds. Please stop.
Parents and Little League officials say things can be replaced.
Run!
However, stealing the joy from children is another matter.
We love each other. We love everyone in our community, and we just want peace.
In Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
There's one more way to get the COVID-19 vaccine. This one involves a farmer's market. Market in the Valley in Golden Valley has announced it will host a vaccine clinic. No appointment is required. It runs every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The clinic, run by Odom Medical Group, will administer the Pfizer vaccine. Anyone age 12 and older is eligible for the Pfizer vaccine. Vaccinations have slowed to a crawl statewide, with incentives announced by Governor Tim Walz last May only helping slightly. Sometimes the greatest adventures can start almost in your own backyard. Neil Persley explains in today's Weekend Showcase.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump over the freeway from Brooklyn Center, sandwiched between the Mississippi River and I-94, is the Carl W. Kroening Interpretive Center.
We're very fortunate along the Mississippi River that Brooklyn Center at 53rd then starts into Minneapolis, and the Croning Interpretive Center, which is where we're at right now, is just at 49th. So I walk down here 3 or 4 times a week.
The center recently celebrated reopening to the public with the official unveiling of Nature in the City.
The exhibit is meant to, spark your curiosity about the natural world and lure you to go outside.
You may be surprised to learn what you can find a few steps from your front door.
So we have a lot of information about pollinators, coyotes, beavers, things that have really adapted to the city, and how much nature is really around you every day, just in your backyard.
But lest you think your trip to the Kroning Center be spent indoors,
This park has great paved walking and biking trails, a big playground, a new nature play area, picnic shelters, boating access with the boat launch and kayak rentals.
it's all part of this 67-acre wonderland hidden behind the I-94 freeway wall. Neil Persley, CCX News.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. It is the largest American Legion baseball tournament in the country. And after cancellation in 2020 because of the pandemic, the 96-team 5-day Gopher Classic is back and better than ever this summer.
Champlin Post 600 Legion baseball team taking on Chanhassen on the first day of pool play in the Gopher Classic tournament. Fourth inning of this game with the bases loaded, and Champlin's Tyler Tremblay rips a base hit to left field. Jack Harris and Clayton Caswell both score on Tremblay's big two-out hit. Champlin leads 5-2. 2 batters later with Tanner Thompson at the plate, and he unloads. His blast to center field just clears the fence for a grand slam. Champlin played 7 runs in the inning to take a 9-2 lead. Chan center fielder Josh Kirchhoff went hard into the fence, but did walk off under his own power. The Cavaliers make it interesting, scoring 2 runs in the 6th and 2 more here in the top of the 7th, including one on a base hit by Johnny Chicheris, scoring Mason Lang to make it 9-6. But with a tying run at the plate, Champlin ends the game with a nice 4-6-3 double play. They win 9-6 and also defeated Omaha Westside 9-1 Friday to start the tournament 2-0.
In addition to Champlin, other local Legion teams competing this weekend in the Gopher Classic include Hopkins, Maple Grove, Osseo, and Wayzata. Just 2 years ago, track star Joe Fahnbulleh was winning state titles for Hopkins High School. Now he's getting set to compete in the Tokyo Olympics for Liberia. CCX Sports' Jay Wilcox spoke with Joe via Zoom from Florida.
We are joined today by Joe Fahnbulleh. Boy, an exciting time for this track and field standout, former Hopkins great. And Joe, first of all, let me ask you about the Olympics and getting set to compete for Liberia. Tell me about how all that came about and just how excited you are for that.
That came about, I would say, during the fall of this year. News got out that I was Liberian. And the head coach of Liberia contacted me and my mom and Coach Holloway first, actually. And he said, how do you feel about running for Liberia featured on and for the Olympics and for Worlds and for your career? And I was like, I have no idea, Woodsman, this is still fresh and everything. But after a few, intense phone calls with Coach Holloway and the coach of Liberia, we decided that running for Liberia was the best choice. I still talk to my grandma back in Liberia often, and I have family. My cousins live there. My brothers, they're all over there. And
You had a great college season too, and winning the NCAA championship in the 200. How special was that to do, especially fairly early in your career like this?
I mean, it's special, but it's also expected. I expect greatness out of me, so me doing that was just like, okay, cool. I did it. Now I want more.
Are you trying to remind yourself to be able to enjoy this time too? Because it's kind of a thing that people dream about and it goes by in a flash, but are you trying to remind yourself to make sure that you enjoy it as well?
Not necessarily. I'm trying to remind myself I have to enjoy it because I'm coming there for one thing, business wise. It's strictly business for me on my end. I know that I can go back to the Olympics later on in life, but I want to make a statement right now. And with that being said, I have to be locked in from all aspects. I can enjoy a few little things when I'm not doing track, but all that it is, my whole mindset is do what I have to do so I can be in the finals and break top 3.
Thanks, Jay, and good luck to Joe in Tokyo. That's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.